Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Fisher's Andrew live show. Hopefully everyone had a great weekend with this nice warmer weather. So let's get started with tonight's show. My special guest tonight is the host of the Fear Fishing Experiment. He is a bass and walleye angler. He was the guest on my third live show and had a little bit of technical difficulties on my end. So I'd like to welcome back Mr. Ian West onto the show.
Good evening, my man.
Good evening, Ian. How are you doing?
Pretty good, my man. How are you?
I'm doing good. So welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me again. Is that
you're
delayed?
welcome. How have you been?
Pretty good, man.
Just a little.
Just a little here. Let me see if this works better. Does that work better?
Yep, that sounds better.
Awesome. Hopefully the dogs don't bark. I'm good, my man. Thank you for coming on again.
Oh, no problem. So, for everyone who doesn't know Ian, can you please introduce yourself?
My name's Ian West. I'm the owner and host of Fear Fishing podcast, vlogs, and all that great stuff. We started here in 2008, and it is just growing into what it is today.
Nice. So, the first thing we're going to be doing is, how was fishing Rice Lake this weekend?
I don't think I went to Rice Lake.
Oh, I thought you were on Rice Lake.
No, I fished Rice Lake last Thursday. It was pretty slow. This weather changing is I from everything I heard from my buddies and stuff though, the fishing was slow on Rice Lake.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just a little bit delay going on.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that. Is that better?
Seems so. Yeah, it looks better.
Looks better? Sounds better?
Yep.
Perfect. How are you? Did you go fishing?
Yes, I went up to 3 Mile Lake this weekend.
Yep.
And was going for walleye. Unfortunately, we were catching bass out of season.
Oh. Everybody accidental bass. As long as you get them back quick, you're good to go.
Yeah. Quick release and back in the water they went and moved on to different spots to try to get away from them.
That is the right way to do it. That is perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kind of a little bit hard trying to find the walleye without a fish finder on the boat.
Well, I think a bit with this year is that it was snow on the ground, and now it is summer.
Mm-hmm.
So the water temperature, I heard it was over 65 on Rice, 64, and I heard in Friend River the water is over 70 degrees now. So that's a drastic hit. The 46 degrees on opening day.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the water up on 3 Mile was a little bit cold, so.
If people watching a cold front, the water may drop 10 degrees because of a storm or something. The opposite happens, a warm front, the fishing can get messed up because the water gets so warm so fast. Shocks the fish, right? Took, a bag of minnows and you took them from cold water and you dunked them into some really hot water. They don't really like it. Neither wild fish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it was nice. I can't believe how clear the water was up there.
Yes, it's beautiful up there.
It was. I managed to film bluegill right under the boat I was going to be taking out.
Nice. I saw the video, I think.
Yeah. Right before turning the camera off, I kind of pan under the dock a little bit, and you see 3 more fish under there.
It's amazing what you'll just be out of the water. On Sunday, I took my out on the Trent River to catch silver bass, and we saw a muskie that had to be close to 50 to 30 pounds and just swim by the boat. It was pretty impressive. You always see cool things when you're out on the water.
Yeah. I had a great time. Have you ever been up there?
I don't think that I've before.
It's up by Doe Lake, next to Buck Falls, I think it is.
I haven't seen it.
Brooks Falls, that's it.
Sounds nice. I like fishing.
Yeah, it is. Nice little lake to try. I'm definitely going to try to get up there for the summer and do the bass fishing, knowing how good it was.
Yep. Hi, Sarah. So what's doing? You're doing pretty good on these podcasts. I see Mark Hunter on last week.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Working things out, learning how to do it a little bit better.
Nice. Your is installing a pool, a deck, and a hot tub. Building the dream.
Oh, wow.
Yes, those two are hard at work trying to get that done for the Bass Fest. And Sean can fix his boat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So have you been fishing with them lately?
I went silver bass fishing. I did a little turkey hunting today. I'm probably going to try to get out turkey hunting as much as I can before Sunday. That's the last day of the season. Yeah, just trying to make it through the heat.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. I just put in my AC yesterday night.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's a little bit cooler in here. It was
hard to believe. Snowed and heated your air conditioner the same month in Ontario.
Yeah. Kind of feels like summer out there right now.
It is summer out there, right?
Yeah.
I'm in the house. It's 25 degrees still.
Oh, wow. So one of the things I was going to move on to is, do you have any new fishing stories you'd like to share?
Any new stories I'd like to share? And you off guard here. What kind of fishing story? I have thousands of fishing stories. What kind of fish do you want to know about?
Let's hear some
story. But this is it's not a very funny one. So I'm gonna actually, next week I'm gonna go pike fishing on one of my favorite spots. Last year, I was there in the fall, and I found a couple miles of bait, and I broke about 20 to 60 hours bait. And I couldn't figure out what was biting my line because I was fishing for bass. And then finally hooked one, landed it, and it was like 40-plus inch northern pike. They were in there.
Oh, wow.
So if I would have known they were northern pike, I would have put a steel leader on it. Would have saved me a whole bunch of money that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. We just had one guy comment. My buddy Jamie Fears, the Fears brothers. Hi, Ian. I have a question with Ian talking about water temperatures. Could you go over the temps each species prefers or are more active in?
So like the cold water species like Chinook salmon, rainbow trout, trout, stuff like that, like cold water, below 50 degrees. Pike do pretty good in cold water and warm water. Walleye bite really starts at about 55 degrees, and when it gets to about the 70, it start to, the sun comes out, and then start getting them in early in the morning and late at night, or late in the evening. Compared to when the water's at 55 degrees, they'll bite all day because the warm water. Bass, I think that largemouth are a little cold shy, but smallmouth will go right till the end of the year. If you find they're pretty aggressive, you know, uh, right into the 40s, early low 40s, you can still catch smallmouth, and they'll try to. When the water gets above 80 degrees, this is what I understand. I have a ton of knowledge about fishing water that hot, but I guess with bass, the water they get warmer, they have to eat more because it heats up their metabolism.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I
That's
hope that
something I did not know.
the temperature. I do know that if you catch a monkey in water over 70 degrees, you really got to spend 15, 20, 25 minutes to survive that fish. Because the hotter the water gets, the tougher they are to survive. And I know a lot of guys, after a certain temperature, stop fishing for the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
For you would think that muskie are big party killer fish, but they don't do so well in catching them, throwing them over like a northern. Like really got to take time to survive them, especially in the warm water.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, the only time I caught muskie was in the fall, and that was it.
Yeah, they're good. They're in they're very hard weather.
Mm-hmm. Now, Corey is saying for salmon and steelhead, they like between 34 and 45 water temperatures.
That's right. A salmon digest food after 55 degrees. So all you pier fishing guys, if the water is over 5 degrees, that's why the ducks don't come in when you're fishing for shore. You really got to get that water below 65 degrees. Duck salmon to start off the piers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'll be going down to the pier tomorrow. Be trying for salmon.
Tomorrow?
Yep.
Huh.
I went down to LaSalle Park here in Burlington today and got skunked.
No way.
Yep, and that's even using live bait too.
It's really tough when the weather acts like this. It's brutal everywhere. I think that young Dan had a good day, but I heard on Saturday on Rice they did a small fun tournament and it's so hot. So the struggle is real for everyone or not.
Yeah.
But it'll bounce. As long as we stay these temperatures and it steadies out, the fish get used to it and they'll start biting.
Yeah. And Corey just comment again. What is a silverback? Is that some species of fish or what?
I think it's a gorilla.
I think yeah, silverback's a gorilla. Yeah, I went down to the cell today, got skunked, and didn't get nothing with slide bait.
Say hi, Dan.
Oh, he's a cute one.
She's covered in paint. Amber repainted the house, and the pointer is covered in paint. Her ears are covered in paint, and her sides from rubbing up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss having a dog around.
I have 3 dogs. There's 2 more around here somewhere.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, busy house.
I used to have a purebred beagle.
Nice.
Yeah, she was. So, do you have any advice on walleye fishing for right now?
Hair jigs. Rip hair. If it's windy out, use 3/8 ounce or a half ounce. If it's a flat day, you can use an eighth of an ounce or a quarter ounce. The biggest thing when it comes to rip hair is most people make too long casts. You just want to pitch it out in front of the boat, and you have control of that jig.
Okay.
But hair jigs, right now fishing.
Yeah, I should have did that during the weekend. I was using a live target yellow perch.
Cover in water. Frankfurt are good time of year.
Yeah. I got a couple hits off it, but only catching fish out of season. That wasn't what I wanted.
Rip the hair, man. I really like black and silver when it comes to hair jig.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the only one I got right now is I think a Marlboro.
Yep, yeah.
So I
Love
think
it.
I'm going to start watching a couple videos on how to use the hair jig now.
That's a good idea. You can catch big bass ripping hair too.
Yes, that's what I've seen. Chris, Jamie's brother, has a question. How are you liking the new Garmin unit? Any ideas when you might be getting the new trolling motor?
The new Garmin are absolutely amazing. I tell you that I had other brands I bought for years and years, and in a couple hours, Garmin's I learned more than I did in the last 10 years. The live scope is unbelievable. The ultra transducer on the side, I can't tell you how much more I can see when I'm out in the water. Really cut down on time. The Garmin 4, I was supposed to get one on my boat for this year, but with COVID, it's gonna have to wait till next.
Ooh. Yeah, the Fleas brothers just got a new mini KUDA trolling motor with the iPilot.
Nice.
So they brought that up to 3 Mile this weekend. They were using it after they tried it out at Lower Buckhorn.
Lower Buckhorn.
Yeah, so they went to Lower Buckhorn first, and the next day they met up at 3 Mile with me and a couple other buddies.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was a great weekend with them.
That is spending time with your friends and just making memories on the water. Not always about.
Yeah. And Jamie just comment again. Tell us about your experience driving the boat all weekend, Andrew. Did you enjoy it? Learn anything? Yes, first weekend actually going out in a boat by myself. It was quite a blast. Learning new stuff. Learned not to drive behind other boats.
Yeah.
And learned to keep my eyes up and paying more attention. Because quickly... Pardon?
Did you hit anything?
No, so I quickly looked down to get my phone out of my PFD.
Yep.
To do a video, and the boat quickly turned on me.
Ooh.
So, lucky it was a fast response of me. I slowed the motor right down and got it back under control.
Nice.
So, good learning weekend for me.
Driving a tower's tough.
Yes.
Yeah. A lot tougher than driving a big bass boat.
Yeah. And I think that's the next thing I'm going to be wanting to learn how to drive next.
You just get her up on plane boat and let her rip.
Yeah. I have to thank Jeff Richards from OFC. He took me out in his last year for the Ontario Fishing Club fishing tournament.
That's a great tournament. The OFC a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I seen your video the year before.
Yeah, this is a great event.
Yeah, that was my first tournament. So.
Oh, I missed you there. Oh, I can't hear you, Andrew. Da, da, da. I don't know if anybody can hear me. Can you hear me, Andrew? Now, man.
Okay, there we go.
I hear you. Loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah, my mic died on me, so.
No worries, my man.
Yeah, so during the weekend it was quite a learning experience, and the OFC tournament was my first one I did last year.
Did you have fun?
Yes, I did. I caught my PB smallmouth and my first smallmouth ever.
Nice. That's awesome, man. Do you like
Yeah.
your mouth better?
So the first bass I was catching were largemouths, so I knew how they fight. Then catching a smallmouth, having the fight with that was fun.
Nice. But what one would you rather catch, a smallmouth or a largemouth?
I think smallmouths now,
Really?
after how strong they fight.
They do fight pretty good. And you got to use
Yeah.
lighter most of the time.
Yeah. Like the one I caught during the weekend, I know it was out of season, but it hit my lure and it put up a great fight.
Smallmouths fight all the time. Very hard. Especially if you can get them in deep water. Like 20 minutes. They fight incredibly hard.
Yeah. I think mine was like probably 6 to 8 feet of water coming off edge.
Yep.
So I'm happy I made the right decision once I got released it quickly and got out of there.
That's right. That's what you got to do.
Yeah. My one experience is trying to find how to fish for walleye without fish finder.
Look over the side of the boat and find the weed. And then fish on the other side.
Yeah. And that's what a couple of the guys were telling me to do as well.
Yeah, fish finders, you know, guys, 30 years ago when they had boats and had paper graph fish finders, they still caught lots of fish. I think sometimes it's important for everybody to turn their electronics off and remember how to just fish as much as, you know, using your electronics, right? Right? You got to use your eyes. As much as your electronics are take you to the next level, you got to use your eyes out on the water, and you got to go with what you see on your fish finders and just with your eyes over the side of the boat.
Yeah. And it was quite an experience. Learn places not to go fishing and learn places where to try out.
We've all been there. We all got to start somewhere, my man.
So, since the last time we talked was like a month ago.
Oh. Yeah. Sorry there.
Has anything new happened or anything changed since then?
Not a whole lot has happened. I've got out fishing a little bit. Thursday this week, May 28th, over on the East Tail Outdoors Facebook, we're doing Digital Daiwa Night. Corey and Chris Johnson will be on the show. Mark and Sean will be on the show, and Seth Fighter. So
nice.
We're doing a couple hours there. Great giveaways, and there'll be a ton of deals on Daiwa products. So that's something that's new and just a couple days away. It starts at 7 p.m. on the East Tail Facebook page.
Oh, nice.
So
I'm
seeing the event, so I'm pretty excited about this.
Yeah, so when I see the link, I will share here on my Facebook page so everyone can check it out.
Beautiful. Thank you, my man.
Oh, you're welcome. So the one thing I was going to ask, since I'm still new to fishing for walleye, is there any techniques that you have advice that you should try out?
You should really learn how to flip the hair jig. You seem to have crankbaiting under control. The other thing, you want to go really old school, dragging worm harnesses. When it's really tough out, you can keep them on bottom. You can get them a little deeper. That's another thing you should check out. The old school walleye drag worm harnesses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry I didn't have much time to prepare for my show because I was away for the weekend and had other stuff. So I'm kind of just going with the flow tonight.
I've done 100 spear fishing experiments.
Yeah. So, Corey had.
What are you looking most forward to this year in the world of fishing?
So I'm actually looking forward to fishing a lot more with my friends up at Lower Buckhorn this year and helping them produce a YouTube channel.
Nice.
So gonna help them start making fishing videos and have them featured on my channel as well.
Nice. And you're doing the CFN fish off?
Yes, I am. It's already been week one,
Yeah.
and unfortunately went out today, nothing. Then during the weekend, the only two fish what would have counted would have been the two rock bass I caught, but they were under 8 inches minimum.
Oh.
So,
When
and I forgot.
do you can enter anything that's open right now?
Yes,
Nice. And there's minimums to which you can catch?
yes. So the minimum length is 8 inches maximum. So anything under 8 inches is disqualified, I believe.
You know what you should go out and fish for? Carp. They should be
Yes.
pre-spawn and they should bite right now. When they start spawning, they don't bite very well. But right now, you'll probably get them pretty good. And then when they start to spawn, you'll notice they stop biting. And then post spawn, they bite really well. But right now, you should be getting your carp in.
Yes, and I think I know a spot I'm going to be trying out this tomorrow if it goes well for me.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Corey has a question. I think it's a question. Here in Oregon, all our lakes and rivers are open year round. There's only about maybe a few lakes are seasonal, but the bulk of it is year-round fishing.
The United States has a lot of open water. It's quite a bit different down there as far as politics and their seasons. Up here in Canada, our seasons are very, very short.
Mm-hmm.
For time, look how fast our spring lasted, less than 2 weeks. Hopefully, though, I've seen reports that the MNR is looking at a catch and release season for bass, which will give people more opportunity. But the other thing that we have right here in our part of Ontario is population. If you look at from Montreal to Windsor, the majority of Canada's population is on this, stretch.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of people to go with. I think sometimes people forget that Toronto and the GTA is the fourth largest city in North America. It's LA, New York City, and Houston are the cities bigger in North America than Toronto is. So we have a lot of people here, and I think that puts into play our seasons because there is just we don't have giant lakes either. Those reservoirs in the United States are humongous. Like like Guntersville. Guntersville's like larger than Lake Simcoe. They're ginormous, these reservoirs.
Oh, so, wow.
If you took everybody and you put them all on Rice Lake, it gets pretty crowded. When I was out Thursday even, every weed line I went to try, there was 2 or 3 boats on them. And, that's just during the week, right? We don't have a trillion lakes, but we have, a ton of people in this small stretch of Ontario.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like they're...
Yeah.
I can't...
Yeah, and Steve Shaw just comment, Ian, what stage do you think the bass will be in for opener, given the water temps are coming up, or at least the surface temps are warming?
So I did get a text message from somebody today who was out on buckhorn crappie fishing and actually saw largemouth bass spawning. So,
oh wow!
If they're already thinking of going to beds and headed to beds, and that message is true, then they will certainly be past the post spawn a month from now or 3 weeks when it opens. It'll be good for the temperature. I saw till Saturday is still 15 degrees, and then it's a cooler till next Wednesday, and then it heats right back up into the 20s. So the lakes aren't going to lose any temperature. There's bass starting to hit beds, and we'll be in good shape for opening day.
Yeah. Yeah, and I kind of noticed that was when I was up at 3 Mile this weekend. The bass were pretty active because I noticed how water temperatures were.
Yep.
So
Hitting the beds now, I would think. And I did get a
yeah,
text today who saw a largemouth spawning while they were crappie fishing.
yeah, and the one thing I still have a hard time believing is when I got up to 3 Mile Lake this during the weekend. First thing I did is walk down to the dock
Yep.
and noticed how clear the water was. Man, I got out on the dock, looked over, seeing a smallmouth bass right in the water there.
Yep.
So yeah, there's no
shoreline looking for somewhere to make a nest. Was it a big
yeah.
little one?
From probably my guess, probably around a pound.
Then that was maybe a male fish looking for a girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what I'm probably thinking.
In the fish world, time the females are bigger.
Yes, and that's what I've been told. The females are much bigger in the fishing world.
Yes, and for the most part.
Mm-hmm. Now, Jamie comment again. Any information about tournaments that you will be involved with this year, Ian? If tournaments are reduced, will it be more of a fishing with family, friends type of season?
So my plan before all this COVID stuff was to not fish anything but club events for fun. So I'm not in the inner loop of what's going on with tournaments this year. I would assume that they're going to have a hard time running anything. I know my bass club is having a meeting next week, like on Zoom, to find out some more information. I've done a lot of tournament fishing in my life, and I really want to try a whole bunch of new lakes, and I wanted to do new things. So I'm not really in the swing of that, but we did talk on our show last night, and I'm going to order a Fear Fishing Bass Championship belt. And me,
oh,
Sean,
nice.
Mr. Mercer, I believe, and maybe some other anglers are going to duel it out this summer a few 4 or 5 times and fish for that.
Yeah, and you mentioned that Sean Quinn just comment. How do you plan on Mark off his throne?
I will take Mark Hunter walleye fishing, and I will show him how it's really done. They start to bite. Mark got lucky. It's well-deserved lucky win for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can live it up until he loses again. He did.
That's kind of like me when I go to Rice Lake with my buddies and we go out walleye fishing. They're not catching nothing, and I'm the only one catching fish.
Well, Mark's been bragging a lot for a guy who caught 2 when his sorry about the dogs barking. When
it's all right.
Butt whooped last spring. I think that Sean and I had caught I don't know what it was on Quinny, 10 fish each. We caught
wow.
That were in like the 7-8 pound range. We did go the next weekend to Rice and catch probably 20 or 30. So Mark, he got 2, but when we whooped him, we really whooped him. I can't lose it by 1 fish.
Yeah. It's like me. I try to put on tournaments with my friends. If it's not a tournament, it's just something fun for me.
Well, that's a big thing. Everybody can go out there and throw $5 in a hat and go out and see who wins. Fishing is very competitive. Yeah. Even when you're fishing with your friends at the river, right? Everybody knows how many, when you're river fishing for steelhead, that, I went 6 for 12 or I went 8 for 10 or, fishing is very competitive. From even back in the days of, before there was sport fishing, there was obviously harvesting fishing for food, or fish for food, and I'm sure it was still competitive back then.
Yeah. Well, I know during the weekend we were bragging on the fish what we got in our boat and the fish that my buddies didn't get in their boat.
It's good too when you have a really good day and you get to brag about it, because in all reality, the next 3 or 4 times you go, you're probably going to suck, if not more. In social media, that everybody shows their best days, and nobody talks about their there are days they go out and they don't catch so much. So it's kind of like a false sense of reality, right? Everybody has bad days fishing.
Yeah.
I'm the only one dumb enough to go.
Well, I once in a while make videos and not catch anything and still post them up, so.
You know what? You get on a roll too. It's been a tough start to the year. Fishing is a lot about momentum. Guys who are like, sometimes you feel like you're on them every time you go. For a whole season, it's just everything seems to click. And other seasons, you seem to never get that lucky break.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of years back when I was younger and Marley and I used to fish. I remember 1 year on Top Bass, we had there was 6 tournaments. We had 5 times we finished in 8th place for some reason. But even back that we the whole year, it would be like getting to that certain amount would be really easy, but then getting, that one big fish, we just couldn't get that one big fish. So it's luck, right? There's when you're fishing tournaments, a ton of guys who get to 15, 16 pounds, and it really takes whoever gets a monster to bring it home, right? So a lot about momentum. When you're catching a lot of fish and you're feeling good and you're positive and life is good, things seem to go really well. And when things at home aren't good, or something comes up and there's stress, it shows in people's fishing too.
Yeah.
Right? Just like anything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Corey brought this up. I don't want to brag. I caught some mouse or fish in the lifetime, and I'm not joking about what I'm saying. I'm not really sure what to make out on that.
Everybody who catches fish and has a good day should be really proud of it. And I really enjoy watching everybody's photos online. And you know what?
Yeah.
When you have a tough day and somebody has a really good day, you should congratulate them, because when you have a really good day and they have a tough day, you're going to want them to congratulate you.
Mm-hmm.
Being a big part of fishing is learning how to be humbled and how to be a good sport. Kevin Van Dam's the greatest fisherman of all time. Has more wins than anybody ever imagined. And I believe he's won 3% of the tournaments he fished. And he's the greatest.
Oh, wow. Whew. And Steve Shaw's commenting, any thoughts on the catch and release early season for bass on Lake Ontario?
I think that they should open it. I think there should be a catch and release season. I'm all right if they close it for the spawn or when they think they're going to spawn. But I'm pretty much in favor for anything that leads to more opportunity for anglers. I would like to see them after the salmon run. I'd be happy with the Ganaraska that I live on if they close the river, let's say September 1st to November 15th, the salmon, and then they open the river back up for catch and release for steelhead. Even with our short seasons, there's a lot of things the Ministry of Natural Resources could do to create more opportunity for fishermen. And that is not going to hurt our population, gets guys out on rivers or lakes. Some guys don't like to ice fish. I don't know why we're not trying to create as much opportunity as possible for anglers. There's many ways to do it. Lots of other states, lots of other provinces, have catch and release seasons or fly only seasons. There's lots of things that we can do to jump up into the modern world here in Ontario and get more people out on the water catching more fish.
Yeah. And Steve Kern's commenting, how do you keep yourself motivated in days that ain't going well?
Because I think, so when I was younger, I really didn't care about anything but fishing. And when I was in my 20s, I really didn't care about anything other than doing well in tournaments. The older I get, the more life experience. In 2012, I almost cut my hand off, and I had to wear a cast for 9 months to try to get the nerves to grow back. I actually fished an entire season of top bass with a cast on. And then in 2016, I got blood clots while I was at the FLW Championship that I probably should have died from. The doctors didn't even know how they didn't let go. If they would have let go, they could have went to my brain. And then I found out I had hemochromatosis, which is an iron blood disease that's genetic. So when I'm having a bad day on the water, I really take into consideration, what does this matter? Do you get what I mean? As much as I love, It's not
Yeah.
important as my family. It's not as important as my friends. It's not as important as a lot of things. And you know what? And when I get home from fishing, nobody asked me here how it went. I get home, the puppies are happy, Amber's
Mhm.
happy, the kids want to go outside and play baseball or that stuff. You know, the less, I think that the less you think about catching fish, probably the more you'll catch fish,
Yeah.
right? Because you think about anything. If you really want to hit a home run, if all you think about is hitting a home run instead of hitting a ground ball, probably not hitting a home run. You're just going to strike out a lot. So
Mhm.
he has bad days of fishing. We're all used to watching TV shows where they film 22 minutes of fishing in 2 weeks, right, or 3 days. It's everybody has a tough time. Even look at the best anglers in the world. If you watch the Elite Series, you see a
Mhm.
guy won an event, and then the next weekend they're in 75th place, and it doesn't bother people. You get to a point where you kind of expect it, right? If you're gonna have a good
Yeah.
day, it's that yin and yang in life. So it doesn't bother me at all. I think that it bothers more. I think other people think it bothers me more than that. Even when Mark caught his 2 walleye and beat us, Sean and I were really hard on Mark and gave him a hard time. So it's well deserved that Mark caught more fish and then Mark gave us a hard time, right? It's that
Mhm.
yang effect. I
Yeah.
wouldn't. I don't think that anybody should beat themselves up or worry about if they caught 2 fish or 200 fish.
Yeah.
Be fun. You get
Mhm.
like at the end of the day, it's just fishing. It's fun.
Yeah. And that's all I find fishing is fun and relaxing, and all I'm doing is just having a great time with it.
I tell you that if I got up tomorrow morning and I was like, oh, I got to film a vlog. I got to catch fish. I got to catch fish. I will catch nothing. I'll fish too fast. Right? I won't stand spots long enough. If I go out there and I don't really care and I flip weed and I have a good time, listen to some music, right? I listen to
Mhm.
podcasts sometimes when I'm fishing. I just have a good time. Yeah, I'll catch fish.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now I have one more question is how do you decide on what goes into your videos when you're editing them?
Well, I've never taken a second take ever. So whatever we have goes into the videos. It's really hard sometimes. The magic number on YouTube is about 10 minutes and less. If a video's over 10 minutes, people won't watch it. So
Mhm.
videos are 18 hours condensed into 10 minutes. So the
Yeah.
funny stuff goes in there and the fish catches and just really what happened. I've never taken a double take. You can ask Mark and Sean. I turn the camera on, I say what I want to say, I turn the camera off, and I go on to the next part. There's no scripting, there's no nothing, there's no, if I have time to take some beef footage, there'll be some beef footage in it, but it really is exactly what happened. The only thing that is cut down sometimes is if a fish fights for 3 minutes, you got to cut that
Mhm.
down to a reasonable time because who wants to watch 3 minutes of a 10-minute video of me fighting one bass?
Yeah.
You got to keep the flow going.
Yeah. And
And
I've
today
been
of social media and on demand, if your video isn't flowing well and it's not catchy and you scene changes, people will just turn it off and go to the next one.
Mhm. Yeah, and I have noticed that during a couple of my videos.
Yeah, you got to
So,
keep going. You keep it honest. If you catch fish, great. If you don't catch fish, that works too.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, and that's exactly how I do it. I never worry about taking second takes. You guys, like it is what it is. If you watch lots of vlogs, you'll notice that I say the wrong thing all the time, and it's in the
Mhm.
vlog. I said I'm not. It would take me forever to film a video and edit it if I tried to make it perfect.
Oh, you're like me then. I'm
It is
probably doing
real life. If
yeah.
everybody makes mistakes. Everybody, overproduce stuff is not my deal. I don't want to sort through 40 hours of film to try to get 22 minutes. I'd rather, it is what it is. And if it happened this way, then you guys are seeing exactly how it happened.
Nice.
There's a lot of
Okay.
miss fish when, like, I forgot to turn the cameras on. We catch a fish, and, that just sucks.
Mhm.
It is
Yeah.
what,
Yeah, I've been through that before.
right? Can't let it bother
Yeah.
you. Just catch
No,
it,
you
do it
just
again.
try go out and do it again. Hopefully you
And
get it on film.
if you think about, we're on season 5 of the vlog. I have caught a lot of fish on camera. I've caught a lot of fish that, lots of the smaller ones don't make the video. Like if I caught 6 or 7 good largemouth, probably the 2-pounders that I caught aren't going to make the video. But, there's been lots of times that I caught a couple giants. And I only caught like 5 fish that day. And sometimes 2 of them I forgot to hit record, or I hadn't hit record. I just, the fish wasn't where I thought it was going to be. And I've kind of done this so long that I kind of know where they should be. But sometimes even the fish fool me.
Yeah. Do you ever tag your videos? So when you're editing, do you have them like all in certain order on how they went through during the day?
So, like the beauty part of this, and I keep it so free, when it uploads to Final Cut Pro, it is already in order for me.
Oh, that's good.
Around or anything, the first scene of the morning is me waking up and going to the boat. Second scene's usually me putting gas in the rig. We get to the lake, right? Some things happen in between. All the fishing, I've never even put a fish that I caught in the afternoon before a fish I caught in the morning. It just is how it is. And most of the time, if it was a tough morning, I try to slide in there. It's halfway through the day. We only caught 1 fish, and they're going to turn on this afternoon. I know lots of spots where, the afternoon bite's good. So I don't even go in the morning. I just go in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
The more popular fear fishing gets, and the more stuff I have to do outside of being on the boat. Some days I don't go fishing for 4 hours. I might go to a lake and I might get, 2 or 3 hours in the afternoon on Rice Lake. It's not all, long days or stuff like that. Lots of times I got to, pick the kids up somewhere. So I get up and get out the door, and, at 2 o'clock, if I got to go get kids, then I got to go get kids. But that's the real part of the vlog.
Yeah. Okay. Now, one more is Cody comment again. But you can make a very good educational video on how to rig up and how to use certain baits, or how to rig and be able to show how to use them.
I do some of those videos, but in the I don't make separate videos on there, only because the market's so flooded. You could go on right now on YouTube and put in how to tie a Ned rig, and 300,000 videos will come up.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't do a lot of those videos. If I really smash them on something, I just talk about it in the vlog. But it's a very flooded fishing market out there when it comes to YouTube videos. I really appreciate everybody who watches, because there's honestly hundreds of thousands of choices of what people could watch, and there's only so many hours in a day. So
yeah,
if 3,000 people or 30,000 people or 3 million people watched your video, people should be really thankful that people took 10 or 20 minutes out of their day to watch your stuff, because there's just so much content for people to be watching. If you get 10 views, that's 10 people who really like what you were doing.
Oh, I'm happy if I even get 2 on this video.
And that's the other thing. I never make videos that I think that other people will like. I just make videos that I like, and I edit them. And when I'm done editing them, it's kind of like a success. You get up, you film the thing, you do whatever you need to do, then you edit it, and then when you upload it, it's kind of like the pat on the back that, I got another one of these done.
Yeah. Okay. And Steve Shaw comment, what's new in the world of Daiwa for 2020?
New in the world for Daiwa, well, there's a brand new Tatua SV, which I used the other day silver bass fishing. I was casting like a little tiny quarter-ounce swim bait that cast an absolute mile. I can't believe how in tune that reel is. There's the new pitch and flip reel. There's the new Tatua Elite reel. There's lots. There's actually, I'm trying not to, I know some stuff that's coming that I'm not allowed to say that's coming, and if I let it slip out, I'm going to be in trouble. So there's things coming. We're getting close to that iCast. I heard iCast is going to be digital platform this year, so there's lots of stuff coming. But again, tune in Thursday night on the East Hill Outdoors Facebook page, and we'll be talking lots of Daiwa. There's lots of exciting stuff to come.
Nice. Awesome. Well, time has come over to hour and a half. I usually have an hour show. So thank you, Ian, for coming on. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you very much, Andrew, for having me, and keep up the good work, buddy.
Thank you, and we're going to have to get out together fishing with the Fury Brothers.
Yes, I will try my best to make that happen, my man.
Thank you for coming on.
No problem, my man. You have a great night.
I will, you too.
Thank you, sir.
Hey guys, so that is our show for tonight. That was Ian West. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If I got to your questions, just let me know. Sorry I didn't get to everyone's questions. Just to let everyone know, is the show is going to be changing. So next week there will be no show. The week after there will be a new show. And the show time will be changing to 8 o'clock instead of 8:30. So it'll kind of be from 8 to 9 from now on. So I will see everybody, and not next week, but a week after. Thanks for tuning in, guys. It was a pleasure to have Ian on and learn a little bit about what he does and learn more. So thanks, guys, for tuning in, and I'll see you guys all later.